Yes. Okay, we're recording the classes.
All right, we're on
But we have
Facebook.
to. We're on Facebook. We are recorded, and you all are famous from now on.
Okay, I will share my screen. Thank you. I'll talk with you later, okay?
Okay, Mike. Talk later. Bye bye.
All right, all right.
So you're a host now.
Great, thank you.
Bye.
Hi, everybody.
Hi,
Happy Friday.
teacher.
Hello, teacher.
Hi, teacher. Good night.
Thank
How are you?
Excellent, excellent. Are we all happy that it's Friday?
Yes,
Yay!
teacher.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Kind of in quarantine all day.
Yes, for me it's the same.
It's the same.
Right, right. Somebody, I forget, I forget who it was. It's Andrus or Michael or somebody what likes Mondays because they work on the weekends. I forget who that is.
Andrew says that.
That was Andrus. Okay.
Yes, he loves Monday.
Mm. That's crazy. Okay, so
Teacher, your birthday is on Monday. Is
no,
it true?
no, it's my birthday is coming, but it's not on Monday. I just thought I would just say that for fun, but my birthday. It's let's see, what day is it? It is
Oh yes, 2022. May 22.
it is the 31st.
Me
Is
too.
the very last day of May.
Me too.
Really?
Yes. I'm Mariana.
Amazing.
Yay.
All right.
Cool. We are
Very-
brothers for birthday.
Very good. Do you know what time of the day you were born?
Yes, 8 a.m.
All right. I was born at 6:03 in the evening.
Oh. Well,
Well, also many years before you.
yeah. And I born on Monday. Yeah. Was Monday.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
was born on a Thursday.
Hmm? Well,
Okay, so let's see here. Questions before we start.
No, teacher.
no.
I
Okay.
don't have question.
Did everybody who is in the now? I'm going to be. I was just talking to Alex, and I have a link now for tomorrow's class. I will send to you on WhatsApp. Okay, so
Okay.
that will be good. Any questions? So I don't forget at the end of the day about tomorrow's class. Everybody
Yes, teacher.
understand?
I
You've got
How
links
will-
to the videos.
How will be the class for tomorrow, teacher? How will it start?
You have to memorize all of the lines of your character, and we're going to do the whole movie. And you have to say every line for your character absolutely correctly.
Really?
It's
No.
impossible.
Teacher.
No. We're
That was easy for me. I have two lines.
And for me,
but-
it's okay. For me,
no,
it's okay, teacher.
No, teacher, but for me, it is not easy, teacher, no.
no, it's not. No, it's not, Trinity. It's not easy for Trinity, and it's not easy for Isabella for Neo. Isabella's not here, but I made her Neo, and I don't know if she'll want to be that, but I just was trying to give everybody something interesting, so we can change. It's not a big problem. Well, so the way tomorrow will generally go, I think, is hopefully everyone will try to see some of the movie. Maybe I have sent the links, so now you have links on YouTube to all of the movie. So I don't know if anybody has a problem with that, but most all of the movie now is on YouTube. And you have all the audio, and you have all of the English. So I hope that you can just see as much as you can. And tomorrow, I thought we would work on the beginning of the movie just because it's very easy. It's just two people talking, right? And they're just saying very simple things. You know, you weren't supposed to believe me. I felt like taking a shift. You know, we're going to kill him. You know, very short, easy sentences that we can learn. And they have all the verbs and all the things that we need to practice to get very good. So just to practice that a little bit. But then I want to talk about what scenes that we should work on first. Okay? So there are some very, you know, interesting and good scenes. Like, for example, Neo and Morpheus talking about the red and the blue pills, right? There are scenes with Neo talking to Cypher when he is at the computer for 2 or 3 or 4 minutes. There are various interesting scenes, and I want people to tell me what their favorite scenes are, and we will study those scenes, okay? And it doesn't make any difference if that is your character or not. That's not the important thing, right? The important thing is you're going to be learning about your character separately, and some of your characters talk a lot, and some of your characters say, definitely. Come on.
Okay, teacher. It's better.
That's Aurelius's character right there. 3, definitely. Come on. It'll
Yes,
be 5 words.
I already know all my character.
Yes, all your dialogue. You know, all your
All
dialogue.
my dialogue. Yes.
Who
Yeah.
are you? Who are you, Arelis?
I am the white rabbit. A person who appears
She's called de jour.
de jour.
De jour, which in French means of the day. Of the day. So if you go into a restaurant and the soup de jour is the soup of the day.
Interesting.
So then we will talk a little bit about the favorite scenes, and then we will start by working on those scenes for next class. All right? So that we will all learn the whole movie as we go through it. We will learn not just the words, but what they mean, how we understand them in context, and I want you to be able to say them and understand them and speak them, because it's very much of it is very common English language and very common English language structures. Okay, so that's how tomorrow will be, and I have a scheduled for 1 hour, but we can go longer if we are having fun. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So today, here we are. Download subtitle edit. Here it is. Sorry. Okay. All right, everything should be working. And so I'm starting right here with Colton saying, and I just gathered myself and jumped over the fence. Ready? Here we go.
And I just gathered myself and jumped over the fence, fully expecting the other side to have people, producers, handlers, the food tent. I mean, the scale of this show is so big that there's people everywhere. You can never get by yourself. I mean, there's so many hands on deck at all of these things. But I jumped the fence and there was nothing. It was darkness. It was fields. And for me, I was like, this is awesome. So I was like, I'm here. I was like, I don't want them to catch up. So I started running.
So you ran, you took off.
I ran and I took off. And if like, I'm the worst with directions. Like, I'm very directionally challenged, and I had no clue where I was going. I remember having a ton of bright lights over to the left, so I was like, I'm just gonna run towards the lights, and hopefully I get there. Granted, these lights are like 40 miles away, 30 miles away. I was like, let's do it. I was running in boots and tight jeans, which is the worst combination ever to run in. And I remember hearing in the distance the producers start yelling my name, so I knew they were like chasing after me.
Okay. So, Fanny,
Yes, teacher, I am here.
were the producers chasing after Colton? Were the producers chasing after Colton?
Can you repeat, please?
Were the producers chasing after Colton?
Yes, they were.
Good. What does chasing mean? Fanny, what does chasing mean?
Change something, teacher. Cambiar.
Teacher,
No. Let's
like,
think, hold on, stop.
okay,
Think about the context, okay?
Yes, teacher.
What is Colton doing what is he doing in boots and tight jeans? What is he doing?
Called to
What is he doing?
running.
He's not ruining, he's running.
Sorry, running.
He's running, okay? He's trying to run away. So what would the producers be doing? They wouldn't be changing anything. They chasing him. What does that mean, do you think? Chasing. What would the producers be doing if Colton was running?
like trying
No.
to.
Fanny.
Okay, sorry.
What would the producers be doing if Colton was running away?
Start yelling.
What's that?
Start yelling.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Start yelling.
Start doing what?
Yelling.
Joling. Type that in, would you? I have no idea what you're saying.
Okay.
Yelling?
Yes, teacher.
No. They're chasing him. They're not yelling. They're chasing. If somebody is running, what would chasing be? Would they be running in the other direction? Would they be going to sleep? What would they be doing?
Running, teacher.
Let's look it up.
Okay, teacher.
That's the first thing that we should do, right? If we don't understand what something means. What would you naturally do if you were the producers and somebody started running? You would follow them. You would quickly follow someone in order to catch them.
The dogs saw him running and chased him. The dogs saw him running and chased him. Kids chasing around the house.
The police chased the suspect along Severn Avenue. A gang of boys chased after her, calling her names.
Okay, so Fanny, what does chasing mean?
Follow.
Yes, to follow quickly. I think perseguir.
Yes.
Yes, teacher.
Right. So doesn't that make more sense? They
Yes.
wouldn't be changing him. They are yelling. It says they're yelling his name, but they were chasing after him. They were following him. Okay? So Fanny, were they chasing after Colton?
Yes, teacher. Yes, he's.
Were they chasing after him?
Where?
Were they chasing after him?
Yes, they were.
Good. Were they swimming after him?
Tell me, teacher.
Were they swimming after him?
No, they weren't.
So what were they doing, the producers?
They were chasing after me.
No, they were chasing after him. I asked you what the producers were doing. I don't want you just to read the sentence. This is just a hint. I want you to use the words that I give you. Okay, so what were they doing? What were the producers doing?
They were chasing after them.
After who?
Then
They were chasing after who? I didn't hear you.
after them.
Them?
Then
Who is them?
the object for they.
They were chasing after Colton, one guy. They were following Colton. Him. Do you mean him?
Him, sorry. Him.
You're confusing the producers with Colton. Colton isn't chasing anybody. Colton is running. Colton is running away. Okay? The producers are chasing. They're following him. Okay?
Okay, teacher, thanks.
Aurelis. What
Yes.
did Colton do after he jumped over the fence?
He ran and took off.
He ran. He took off.
He
Good.
ran and took off.
Very good. Did Colton run?
Yes, he did.
Did Colton take a bus?
No, he didn't.
Did Colton fly to the moon?
No, he didn't.
Did the producers fly to the moon?
No, they didn't.
So who ran?
Colton ran.
Very good. Who's the worst with directions? Who's the worst with directions?
Colton is.
Good. Is Colton the worst with directions?
Yes, he is.
Is Colton the best with directions?
No, he isn't.
So, what is Colton with directions?
He's the worst with direction.
Did he have any clue? Did he have any clue where he was going?
No, he didn't.
Who had no clue where he was going?
Colton did.
Did the producers have no clue where he was going? Well, maybe they didn't either, but give me the logical answer. The no, they didn't.
No, they didn't.
Okay, so who had no clue where he was going?
Colton did.
Okay, good. Very good. Jairo, are you here?
Yes, I'm here, teacher.
Okay. Were the producers going to run towards the lights?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Were the producers just going to run towards the lights?
Yes, they were.
Read the sentence that I have highlighted. Can you read that?
Yeah.
Who is saying that sentence? Who says that sentence?
Colton did.
Right, Colton is talking. And what does Colton say? Tell me exactly what Colton says.
Colton said, I'm just going to run toward the lights.
Good, now I'm asking you, are the producers going to run towards the lights?
No, they aren't.
Good. Who's going to run toward the lights?
Colton is.
Good. Is Colton going to run towards the ocean?
Yes, he is.
Excuse me? Is Colton going to run towards the ocean? El mar.
No, he isn't. Sorry.
So where is Colton going to run towards?
He's just going to run toward the lights.
Good. Is Colton directionally challenged?
Yes, he is.
How far away are the lights? How far away are the lights?
He's far away, 40 miles away.
The lights are 40 miles away, or the lights are 30 miles away. Okay?
Okay, the lights are 40 miles away or 30 miles away.
Yeah, you could say either sentence is okay. It's good. Remember I talked the other day, if you can, don't say these likes. Listen to what he says. Granted, these lights are like 40 miles away, 30 miles away. I was like, let's do it. I was like running in boots and jeans, which is like the worst combination ever. And I remember like hearing the distance producers. He says like about 10 times more than they even put in this transcript. Okay. Dora.
I'm here.
This is going to be a little more difficult question, okay?
Okay.
Where did Colton hide? Where did Colton hide?
He hiding.
He was
Hiding behind people's cars.
good. He was hiding behind people's cars. How else was Colton hiding?
He was laying down in dishes.
What's a ditch?
Ditch.
What's a ditch?
I don't know.
Anybody?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a hole.
It's similar to
Leave.
Alert.
Como leave? No.
It's a hole
To leave.
toward the way for the water.
Yeah.
That's one. It is a form of a hole, but it's different than a hole.
A trench?
Correct. It's a special kind of hole. It's a long, narrow hole. Okay. So as somebody was saying, water can flow through it. Okay. For example, you do it to hold or remove water. Okay. You also do it to bury pipes or to bury electrical wires or electrical cable. It can be for drainage, as they're using here. Remove unwanted water. That's a drainage ditch, to drain. Okay. An open ditch is one that is not covered. A roadside ditch is next to a road. Okay. An irrigation ditch carries water to fields, agricultural areas. Okay. You can dig a ditch. Okay. So now, Dora, do you understand why he was hiding? Why that would work if you lay down in a ditch?
Yes.
Okay. So was Colton laying down in ditches?
Yes, it was.
Was Colton laying down in buildings?
No, he wasn't.
So what was Colton laying down in?
Colin was
Lying down in dishes.
Laying down. Good.
Laying down in dishes.
Was Colton hopping personal fences?
Yes, he was.
What was Colton hopping?
Colton was hopping personal fences.
Okay, short answer. What was Colton hopping?
Personal fences.
Was it dangerous? Was it dangerous? Was it dangerous?
Yes, it was.
Did Colton have a clue what the laws were in Portugal? Did Colton know what the laws were in Portugal?
No, he didn't.
Okay, good. Who had no clue what the laws were in Portugal?
Colton did?
Colton, yes. Colton did. Good. All right, so a little more.
Where did you hide? Like, you're a big dude. Like, were you hiding behind a tree? Were you in bushes? Like,
it was dangerous too because I had no clue what the laws were in Portugal. Like, I was hopping personal fences. I was hiding behind people's cars. I was laying down in ditches. And finally I hopped through like a backyard and there was like a chain link fence, and all of a sudden like I hear these animals and they sort of sounded like dogs, and I love dogs. I'm a big dog person, but this was like an aggressive, like growling, howling thing, and I was like, all right, this is probably a little dangerous. I probably am a little in over my head here trying to get back and find a passport, so I'll just turn myself in. I was gone for about a good 2 hours.
You were gone for 2 hours?
Yeah, it was, when it was all said and done.
So he turns himself in. Not to police, of course, but to reality TV. He does this by walking to the main road till someone finds him. When they do, he's still upset and overwhelmed and not ready to talk.
Okay. Alfredo.
Yeah.
When Colton hopped through a backyard, what was there?
A backyard.
When Colton hopped through a backyard, what was there?
Chain link fence.
A chain link fence. A chain link fence.
A chain link fence.
Right. When Colton hopped through a backyard, was there a chain link fence?
Yes, it was.
Yes, there was.
Yes, there was.
Good. When Colton hopped through a backyard, was there a tiger?
No, there wasn't.
So what was there when Colton hopped through a backyard?
There was a chain link fence, or there was like a chain link fence.
Good. Yes, very good. I like that you did not use like the first time. We can throw away the likes. That's just a young person's garbage word. What did Colton do? What did Colton hop through to find a chain link fence?
He hopped through a backyard.
Good. And what did he hear in the backyard?
Animals.
Right. Very good. He heard animals. You gave the short answer. Did
Okay.
Colton hear animals?
Yes, he did.
Did Colton hear airplanes?
No, he didn't.
So who heard animals?
Colton. Colton did.
What did Colton hear?
He heard animals.
Did Colton hear animals?
Yes, he did.
Does Colton love dogs?
Yes, of course, he does.
Yes, he does. Good, good. Does Colton hate dogs?
No, he doesn't.
Is Colton a big dog person?
Yes, he is.
Okay, now here's a question for you, and then we'll ask some other people too to see if they think this is the right answer. What does it mean when Colton says, I'm a big dog person? Tell me what your opinion is about what he means, or what are the possible meanings of this sentence. I'm a big dog person.
I think that is a faithful person, perhaps. I'm not quite sure. A faithful.
Okay. Anybody else have an idea? Want to tell me what you think the big dog person means?
He likes a lot of dogs.
I think the same. He loves the dogs. He loves the dogs.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay.
A lot.
That's one way to look at it, right? A dog person, right, is a person that likes dogs, right? You can either be, most people can say you're either a dog person or a cat person. Yes, there are people who are both, or a bird person, or a, I don't know, a rabbit person, okay? But usually people are dog person or cat person, right? And that means you like dogs very much, or you like cats very much. So Colton is apparently a dog person. Now, when we attach big to that phrase, we can mean two things. If we attach it to dog person, the whole word, the whole phrase, then it means he likes dogs very much, right? He's a big dog person. What if I just attach big to dog? Now what does he like? Does he like small dogs?
He says loves big dogs.
Do you understand the difference?
Yes.
Big, when it's attached to dog person, means I'm very interested in dogs. Big, when it's attached to dog, means I like large dogs, big dogs. I don't like small dogs. Okay? Do we understand the difference? This could mean two things. It could mean he likes big dogs, or it can mean he likes all dogs. Which do you think it means?
The big dog.
He loves all dogs.
I think he loves all dogs.
Any kind of dog.
I think that's probably right. I think that's probably right. Many people, though, if you're talking them and you say, do you like big dogs or small dogs? They'll say, I'm a big dog person. I like big dogs. But I think you're right, because he has said nothing about the size of the dog up to this point. He just says, I love dogs. I'm a big dog person. Okay?
Excuse me, teacher, but he's a tall person, so maybe he loves big dogs.
That's two separate definitions. That's what we've been talking about for the last 3 minutes. There are two ways to interpret these three words. Okay?
Yeah.
What are they? What are they? What are the two ways?
Yeah, it's a big fans of dogs, or he likes a lot big dogs.
Okay, so either he is a dog person, which means he really likes dogs, or he likes large dogs. Those are the two possible meanings. Most people have agreed here that we're saying that he is saying that he's a big dog person, which means he likes all dogs. Good? So, Angie, are you there? Angie, you haven't gone yet, have you? I'm sorry, my short-term.
Hey, teacher.
Have you gone yet?
No.
No, okay. Okay. How long was Colton gone?
He was gone for 2 hours.
Good. Was Colton gone for about a good 2 hours?
Yes, he was.
Was Colton gone for about a good 6 hours?
No, he wasn't.
So how long was Colton gone for?
He was gone for about a good 2 hours.
Good. So I could have asked that question, how long was Colton gone? Or how long was Colton gone for? Most people, again, many people would argue about putting the preposition at the end of the question. Okay, so either way is fine. Okay.
Okay.
So, Angie, did Colton turn himself in?
Can you repeat, please?
Did Colton turn himself in?
Yes, he did.
Yeah. Did Colton run away to France?
No, he didn't.
Okay. Did Colton run away to Canada?
No, he didn't.
Did the producers run away to Canada?
No, they didn't.
Good. So what did Colton do? What did he do?
He turned himself in.
Good. Did Colton turn himself into police or to the police?
No, he didn't.
Who turned himself into reality TV?
Colton did.
Yes. Did Colton turn himself into The Price is Right? Different TV show.
Repeat, please.
Did Colton turn himself into what was that show that somebody, Dora or somebody said? Okay. Did Colton turn himself into The Price is Right?
He didn't.
Did Colton this is it. Did Colton turn himself into Pretty Little Liars?
No, he didn't.
So where did Colton, okay, yeah. What did Colton turn himself into?
To Bachelor show?
To reality TV.
Reality TV, okay. To reality TV.
Good. How did he do that? How did he turn himself in?
Okay. He did by walking to the main road.
Good. Can you finish the sentence in the right with the right verb?
With the right verb? No, I can't.
I think you can. How did he, past tense, how did he turn himself in? You're exactly right. By walking to the main road till, which is the same as until, someone. Now, what's the past tense?
Found him.
Well, close. No S. Found him.
Found him. Okay.
By walking to the main road till someone found him. Good. Did Colton turn himself in by walking to the main road till someone found him?
Yes, he did.
Okay. Did Colton turn himself in by swimming to the ocean till someone found him?
No, he didn't.
So how did Colton turn himself in?
By walking to the main road till someone found him.
Good.
Something
Very
like
good. Jonathan Garcia, are you here?
Yes, teacher, hello.
Okay, hello. All right, so I think a little more. Hold on. Here we go.
So he plays the system. He says there's a rule that you cannot be filmed or recorded while talking to the show's therapist. So he asked for that. He says they talked for an hour while he vented and figured out his next move. And then finally, he was ready to talk to producers. What was that game plan or that conversation like? Like, did they have to convince you to come back? Because, you know, at that point you were saying that you were done, right? If Cassie wasn't going to be there, you were like, you seemed very done also.
Yes. So the game plan.
what was the conversation like to get you to come back to the show?
So the conversation was, obviously they just wanted to hear me out. They wanted to hear what I had to say. And then the game plan was to talk to Cass again. But I only want to do that after I talk to the other two women.
Okay, Jonathan.
Yes, teacher.
Okay. So Colton plays the system, right?
Yes.
So what did Colton ask for? What did Colton ask for to play the system?
Colton.
What did he ask for?
Colton asked for talking to the show therapist.
Okay. Colton asked to talk.
To talk. Yes. To talk to the show's therapist.
Good. Did he ask for that?
Yes, he did.
Did he ask to talk to the President of the United States?
No, he didn't.
Did he ask to talk to the President of Colombia?
No, he didn't.
Did he ask to go hiking with the show's therapist?
No, he didn't.
So, what did he ask to do with the show's therapist?
What? Can you repeat? What did he?
What did he ask to do with the show's therapist? It's the same answer as the very first question that I asked you.
Okay. He asked to talk to the show's therapist.
Very good. Good. How long did he talk to the show's therapist?
He talked for an hour.
Short answer.
For an hour.
Good.
An hour.
Right. What was he doing while he was talking to the show's therapist? What was he doing? And the answer is he was
doing figure out his next move.
He was figuring out.
He was doing. He was figured out his next. Figured out. Yes.
Figuring out.
Figuring. He was figuring. Okay. Yes, I understand. He was figuring out. Yeah.
Right. So what I was asking you was a general question about what he was doing while they were talking for an hour, and the answer is specific to he was figuring out his next move. That's during the time when they were talking. Okay? Okay, so, and then after 1 hour with the therapist, what was he ready to do?
He was ready to talk to the To producers?
Was he ready to talk to producers?
Yes, he was.
Who was ready to talk to producers?
Yeah, tell me.
Who was ready to talk to producers?
Colton was.
Was Hannah ready to talk to producers?
No, she wasn't.
Was Cassie ready to talk to producers?
No, she wasn't.
Was Emmanuel Berry ready to talk to producers?
No, he wasn't.
She.
Oh, Emmanuel is a girl. No, she wasn't.
Good. So who was ready to talk to producers?
Colton was. Oh, he was.
Was Colton ready to talk to producers?
Yes, he was.
Who was Colton ready to talk to?
To talk to producers?
I already told you talk. You don't have to repeat talk. Who was Colton ready to talk to?
To producers.
Good. Perfect. Okay.
Okay,
Excellent. Excellent job. Jimena.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. What did the producers want from Colton in the conversation? What did they want from Colton?
They want to hear him out.
Right. They just wanted to hear him out. Okay. What does that mean, Jimena? To hear him out.
The producers want to listen Colton. What about he was feeling?
Okay, okay. Let's keep it simple, okay? Because you'll make mistakes if you try to be complicated, okay? They wanted to listen to him. Okay?
They wanted to listen to him.
Right. They wanted to listen to him, right?
All right.
What else? What did they want? They wanted to
hear what he had to say.
Did they want to hear what he had to say?
Yes, they did.
Who wanted to hear what he had to say?
They want.
They did. They did. Or the producers did.
They did.
Okay. Did they want to hear what Hannah had to say?
No, they didn't.
Did they want to hear what Emmanuel had to say?
No, she didn't.
Did they want
didn't.
to hear?
They didn't.
Good. So who did they want to hear from?
Okay. Can you repeat, please?
Okay. Who, listen to, don't read, listen. Who did the producers, who did they want to hear from?
Colton.
Colton. They wanted to hear from Colton. Okay. What was the game plan? What was the game plan?
To talk to Cass again.
Was the game plan to talk to Cass again?
Can you repeat, please?
Was the game plan to talk to Cass again?
It was to talk.
Was
yes,
the game plan, when I start a question with a verb, that means it's a yes or no question. Was the game plan to talk to Cass again?
Yes, it was.
Good. Was the game plan to talk to Hannah? Well, no, to talk to the producers again.
No, it wasn't.
Okay, good. Jorge Calderon, do you have a microphone today? Maybe? Well, you're off of mute, but I don't hear you. Does anyone else hear Jorge? Okay, sorry. So if you get your mic working, let me know. All right, so I'm going to read this section. Ready? The lab rat is suddenly running the lab. Colton wants to break up with the other two contestants so he can make it clear to Cassie that she's the one he wants and they don't have to get married. This goes totally against the show's format. It means no final two, no big bro ceremony, no proposal scene. All of these sacred touchstones are just gone from the show. It's like watching the Olympics without the medal ceremony at the end. So you felt like you sort of had more power or maybe a little more leverage to have control when you went back. Well, I think it was just me, like, oh, I said like. I think it was just me. They knew I was serious. Oh, here's our like. Like, it's one thing when the leads say, okay, and I'm done. Like, it's okay, but you turn around and you're in an interview the next minute. It's like you're not done. You're sitting right in front of them. You're doing exactly what they want you to do. So they knew not to really cross that line. In the end, he gets what he wants. He talks to Cassie. They decide to date and not get engaged. Colton is still friends with the producers, and he says he and Cassie are still together and very happy. Okay, so Mariana and Marco. Yeah?
Yes.
Are you still on, are you in the same place? Emmanuel, Mariana, you're going to be Emmanuel. Marco, you're going to be Colton. Go.
Okay. So you felt like you sort of had more power or maybe a little more leverage to have control when you went back?
Well, I think it was just me. They knew I was serious. Like, it's one thing when let's say, okay, I'm done. Like, it's okay, but you're turn around and you're in an interview next minute. It's like you're not done. You're sitting right in front of them. You're doing exactly that they want to do. They want you to do. So they knew, not they really crossed the line.
Good. So this is a hard 2 paragraphs to understand, I think. But all it really means, it's a lot of words that just mean really one thing. She asks Colton, did you have more power? Do you know what leverage is? Leverage?
No.
Let's look up leverage. Leverage, influence that you can use to make people do what you want. Okay? Action, power, or use of a lever. Okay? A lever is a specific technical term meaning that you have distance from an object that you can use to move it. Okay? It's a different, it's down here in other technical. But the influence that you can use. So she's asking him, did you feel like you had more influence or control? And he says, yes, they knew not to cross that line. Now, he never really talks about what the line is, but what do you think the line is?
About feelings of Cassie or Cassie?
In particular, what specifically about Cassie?
He is falling in love with her.
Yeah, but what's the line that he says they can't cross? For example, give me an example of something the producers would do that would cross that line.
When her dad arrived to the show and convince or talk.
No, I'm talking about that already happened. All right. I'm talking about in the future. What can they not do?
Involve the relationship of both of them?
To get married?
Well, they don't want to get married, right? So So if the producers told them they had to get married, that would be an example of something that would cross the line, because what does he say? Okay?
Okay.
That she's the one he wants and they don't have to get married. So that's the line, right? The line is he's going to tell the other girls that he's not with them and they're not getting married, right? And Cassie is not leaving the show. Isn't that the most important thing? That the producers were making Cassie leave the show?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the line.
Okay.
Okay. So, Mariana, did the producers know Colton was serious? Did they?
Yes, they did.
Did they know he was just joking?
No, they didn't.
So what did they know?
They knew he
Knew.
was. They
They
knew.
knew. Because I said, what did they know? I said did, so that means past tense, and I have to use know.
Yes.
It's right there. All you have to do is change I.
They knew he was serious.
Good. Right. Was Colton sitting right in front of them? Ah. What a mess.
Are you a programmer, teacher?
Was Colton sitting right in front of them?
Yes, he was.
Was he doing exactly what they wanted him to do?
Yes, he was.
Did they know not to cross the line?
Yes, they knew.
What did the producers know not to do?
They knew not to really cross that line.
Okay, give me the short answer. Very good, perfect answer. Now give me the short answer. What did the producers know not to do?
They knew.
Short answer.
Cross the line?
Right. To cross the line or cross that line. Either one is fine. Okay. Marco.
Yes.
Are all of the sacred touchstones gone from the show?
Yes. They are.
Good. Are all of the sacred touchstones gone from Portugal?
No, they aren't.
So where are all the sacred touchstones gone from?
The show?
What are gone from the show? What are gone from the show?
All of these scary touchstones?
Good. Sacred.
Sacred.
Not scared. It's exactly the same word if you change the C and the A. So it's S-C-A-R-E-D. That's scared.
Sacred.
Frightened, afraid. This is sacred. What does sacred mean? Same as in Spanish, right?
Saint.
Yes, very similar.
Very similar. What is the word in Spanish?
Sagrado.
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 So, very close.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay. So he wants to be with Cassie and they don't have to get married. Does this totally go against the show's format, Marco? Does this?
Yes. It does.
Good. Good. Okay. I'm sorry, guys, today. I know it's a little early. It's about 10 after 5, but I have to take my dog to the doctor today. It's not a bad thing, but he needs to have his shots. and we've been in quarantine for a long time, and he has a little problem with his ear. I don't know what's going on, but he has a problem with his ear. So I'm taking him to the doctor, and I'm sorry to have to leave early, but before we go, I wanted to leave time for questions. Are there any questions about today or about tomorrow? I will send you the link on WhatsApp for tomorrow's.
Teacher, I have a question.
Yes, one question.
Okay, we got we have two questions. So first, go ahead, Valentina.
Okay, what is the difference between hear and hear out if both means listen?
Neither of them specifically means listen.
No?
No. Okay, remember, it's just similar to Spanish, all right? Listen and hear are different things, okay?
Okay.
I can listen is the act of paying attention with your ears. Just like looking, look is the act of paying attention with your eyes. You listen, you look, okay?
Okay.
If I listen and there is nothing, right? Then I hear silence, right? I hear a dog. I hear a cat. I hear a car, okay? Listen is different. Listen is the act of paying attention. Hearing is the act of processing and realization of what you're listening to. I listen and I hear a dog. I listen and I hear a person talking. I look and I see a bird. Okay?
Teacher, but what is the difference between hear and hear out?
Okay, that's a different question. Okay.
Teacher, but it was my question.
Oh no, but first, before we get to hear out, I want you to first understand that listen and hear are not the same thing. Okay? Now that we know that hear means to process the information that you are listening for, right? You are paying attention. Now you are hearing, and to hear out means to hear the whole process, everything that he has to say. Okay? So, for example, you come to me, Valentina, and you say, "Oh, I'm very, very angry with the teacher." Well, why are you so angry with the teacher? Because the teacher never listens to me, and the teacher is always late, and the teacher is not fun, and okay, and so your friend is hearing you out. Your friend is hearing everything that you have to say about why you don't like the teacher. Understand? So she's not just hearing you, she's hearing you out. She's hearing everything that you have to say about the teacher.
I got it, teacher.
So Colton is very upset, and so the producers are being very sensitive, right? And they're saying, we will hear everything that you have to say and completely understand everything and why you're so upset. We will hear you out. Okay? Okay, teacher, I got it. Thank you. There's another way that's used, and for example, if I come to you and let's say you're my boss, okay? Mm-hmm. And I say to you, Valentina, or boss, I have a big problem with Arelis, okay? Arelis, I can't work with Arelis anymore. She's a big problem. Why? And you say to me, don't worry, Aurelus is a big problem with a lot of people. Don't worry, it's not a big deal. And I would say to you, no, Valentina, boss, hear me out. Please hear me out. Listen to my whole story and then decide what you think. Hear me out, okay?
I got it, teacher.
Good.
Thank you.
Okay, somebody else had a question. Michael?
Yes, teacher. This is a hard one.
They're all hard for me.
Yes. You said that you had a dog and it was sick. My question is, are you a big dog man?
Yes, I am a big dog person. Yes, I do not like small dogs. I do not like small dogs. Yes, well, although my dog is not very big. He's medium sized, but he acts like a big dog. He's got a big dog personality. He thinks he weighs 200 pounds. He thinks he weighs, 80 kilograms. He's a maniac.
Me too,
okay,
teacher.
Thank you. That was the question. Thank you.
Yep.
I love the big dogs.
You like big dogs too, yes?
Yes, they're beautiful.
Yeah. Next time I will have a picture of Cooper. I will show you a picture of my dog, okay?
Oh, sure, teacher.
Okay, excellent.
Okay.
Yes, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye,
Good
teacher.
luck with your dog.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sorry to leave early today.
Bye, teacher. Thanks.
See you tomorrow at 3 o'clock your time.
Thanks, teacher, for all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yes, bye,
night.
teacher.
Bye. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
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 See you, teacher.
See you.